How's it going, guys? I'm just covering this for independent media. I'm doing some citizen journalism around Christchurch. Are you guys here to support the protests today or oppose them, or you're just wandering through the square?
No, he's supporting, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. So what do you see as the main sticking points, being brought up today?
I think it's just the raft of regulations, just the rules and regulations, and just everything just continually getting forced onto farmers. In the main, farmers are very environmentally minded. They're very pro the country, but we don't need, to be continually hassled by the government. So I guess that's why people have just all had enough. It's just enough is enough.
Right. Yeah. So there's the environment seems to be a big theme of these new regulations.
Yeah.
So the argument would be from the farmer's point of view that those things can be handled at a regional level and by private landowners in sort of collaboration with regional bodies like regional boards and so on. Is that correct in your view?
Absolutely. The thing is, if the environment and farming are integral to one another. If you wreck the environment in your farm, you haven't got a farm, and a lot of farms are generational. Now there are issues around, there have been some bad examples, but they are probably more of a minority than the majority. But they are often the ones that get put out in front of the public, and that's not necessarily the case. People do really, we love being part of a lovely environment. And if you drive around New Zealand in the main, you will find, everywhere you go, it's pretty damn good. It's not a bad place to live.
Yeah. Well, we're known for having a really pristine environment. So it seems that it's worked all right so far.
Yeah.
But to me, it seems like a common thread through the different things being protested is centralisation. A lot more of a push for centralised government power. Is that correct in your view?
Well, I think definitely so. But the thing is, farmers are very good at organising things. There's a couple of farmers from down in Otago organised this. It's amazing to think that two farmers who basically, with no money, have been able to organise a protest right throughout the country with 50 towns and cities.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Farmers are doers. They know how things work. They know how things get done. And so, probably a good example is the government with the COVID, the vaccinations.
Yeah.
If you'd organised a couple of farmers to get everyone in the front line vaccinated, it'd probably be done within a week. We're still waiting.
If you wanted to do that, yeah.
Yeah,
not everybody wants to do that.
No, not everyone wants to do that, but governments don't do business very well. And so you need people that know how things work.
Yeah. Look, I'm with you 100%. I'm from Christchurch, so I am in the South Island contents of City Slicker. My dad grew up on a farm in Invercargill, so I've spent time on farms with relatives and so on.
Yeah.
But to me, farmers are one of the few groups in society who truly produce something rather than just processing something or mediating and then taking a fee for mediating, And then the central government's product is basically control or management. They come to the person who produces and says, you need us to control you, you need us to manage you.
Yeah.
But we don't need them to manage us. We're perfectly capable of managing ourselves.
Yeah.
So to me, the push should be for decentralization and not, as they want, centralisation, but that's my view. But I think it really overlaps with what I've spoken to a lot of people here today.
I think farmers, in the main, and they're socially aware as well. When the earthquakes were on in Christchurch and people needed help, it was the farmers that came to town to help. It's not as if farmers are bad people. Farmers are good people.
Sure.
Farmers care. They care about the environment. They care about other people. They care about their country. And I think as much as anything, it's about caring about the country that people are here. Because if you don't have an income, if you wreck the people that are actually earning the money to come into the country, what do? You can't just keep borrowing and and hoping that you're going to be able to pay it back. Because if you haven't got anything to earn, you can't pay anything back.
Yeah, that's right. Well, thanks for chatting. Are you from the Canterbury region?
Yes.
Or from
Live on the main Akara Highway.
Okay.
Back Peninsula.
All right, nice one. What's your name?
Brent Fisher.
Brent Fisher. Okay, yeah, I'm Mez, and this is going to be on, I don't know if this particular video, but some of the footage will be on YouTube on my channel. It's Live Sonnet Vids, if you want to look that up, LIVE SONNET.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good chatting with you, man.
Good on you.